hog, it better be a hog calling contest.
This public service message brought to you by the U.S. Department of Energy and the ad.
Where the pros talk sports. KTDD San Bernardino, the Inland Empire's brand new Fox Sports 1350. Fox Sports trending now.
Plenty of things to talk about on a very busy Saturday in the.
No, I am your father. No, it's not true. That's impossible. Search your feelings. You know it to be true.
Welcome to the Inland Sports Show. It's a family affair today. Jeff's got the whole gang running around the place.
I got the whole brood. I got 3 kids running around. My wife's chasing kids. Yeah, it's just lovely.
Luke's here, your son.
Yes, baby Luke, and then of course Johnny, who loves Darth Vader. He's all excited. So,
well, we got a big show.
A really big show.
Not even counting your family being here, running around, running wild. But we got the Arlington Lions in the house, 5-0. Undefeated 5-0. First time since 2001. Coach Lunsford brought some of his guys. So we're going to kind of celebrate the Arlington Lions as they get ready for Inland Valley League play. They're 5-0. In our second segment, we got UCR cross country, some of their top runners, as well as assistant coach Rob Hansen. He'll be in the house. And in our third segment, we've got more high school football from week 4. I know a lot of teams have the bye in week 5 as they get ready for league play, but we're going to kind of put a bow on week 4. Also look ahead to week 5, and we'll probably talk about our inland sports, grade 8 and 4 more rankings. I think Arlington's knocking on the door of those rankings. They got to be, right?
That computer better squirt them out.
Yeah, we just put the numbers into the computer and the inland sports.
Beep, boop, boop, boop. There we go. Squirt it out.
The supercomputer doesn't lie.
No,
and it squirts out the rankings every week. So we're going to talk all about that. It's all brought to you by our good friends over there at Spoiled. Quick, quality oil change. They know they're the best. We love taking our cars there. We're all over the Inland Empire. That's why we go to Spoiled. Make sure our cars are still going strong so we get to all those big games and get all those big interviews as well. So thank you, Bill Navigato and Spoiled. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years in the Inland Empire, and they still dominate. Still number 1 for all your sports gear needs, plus Letterman's jackets. You can go to kensportinggoods.com for more information. Boost Performance Training. Athletes of all sports, at all levels, they can go to Boost Performance Training. I got my Boost Gang, I call it a bracelet,
yeah,
but
it's a bracelet.
Sound too manly.
Yeah, bracelet.
Yeah, nice bracelet.
Hey, nice charm bracelet, buddy.
Hey, hold on, there's no charms dangling.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Part of the Boost Gang, bro. Go check out Ray Bass. He's one of the best, and he'll groom that athlete in your life to be the very best. BoostTrainingSystems.com. And just real quick, I want to give this guy a shout out because he was one of our sponsors for one of our live radio broadcasts. I think it was the Rubido La Sierra game. Danny Hopkins, the policy man.
Danny Hopkins, the policy man? Yeah, he's a good guy.
Super good guy, so we want to thank him. Plus, he always has cool ads on Instagram. He's got one, Star Wars theme. We're Star Wars nerds around here. So, yeah, so very cool. So, Danny Hopkins, shout out to him as well. He's the policy man, 951-880-8998 for more information. Or D. Hopkins at Loomis4Insurance.com. All right, let's get to the show here. We got the Arlington Lions in the house. We're very excited about this. They're 5-0. I saw Coach Lunsford on Monday on Riverside TV for our coaches show over there. I was like, man, we got to get you on the Inland Sports Show. Fingers crossed they would beat San Jacinto, so we'd be bringing in a winner today, and they did it. Coach, let me get you on the mic first. We got Coach Rich Lunsford, the Arlington Lions, here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM. And first off, congratulations, 5-0. And I say this with all due respect, but maybe a lot of people outside of the Arlington family thought, man, the Lions are going to go 5-0 in non-league. I mean, but really, you've turned some heads in your non-league play. Where do you credit the success to?
The success has just got to be given to the guys that are around in the program. The players standing right behind me, the coaches that are involved, the community, the administration. Everybody's jumped on board with us, helped out with the program, made sure that we have what we need, everything to be successful, and they're just giving us the support that we need, and the guys are just putting everything they got out there for us.
So 5-0 for the first time since 2001. I saw you put that on Twitter. Are you a big history guy, tradition guy? Do you go back and look in the record books like, oh, when's the last it's going to happen?
When things go well, yeah, you want to take a look and see when the last time they came about were. So if we go a couple more weeks, I'm gonna have to give a call to Pat McCarthy and find out actually before that when anything went any higher than that. So we'll find out here coming up, hopefully.
Yeah, if you go back too much farther with Coach McCarthy, it's gonna be like handwritten, chicken scratch, maybe on some napkins.
I'm sure he's got it somewhere around the house.
Yeah.
You got the Ariano family too, though, that was coaching there forever, and I'm sure they know all the records. Yeah, you guys are running through the record books right now.
So 21-14 against San Jacinto last night on Riverside TV. It was the TV game of the week. Coach, real quick, introduce who you brought in studio with us today.
I brought Cameron Apps, our quarterback, Joe Johnson, offensive defensive lineman, Andrew Young, our middle linebacker, Jamon McGlory, I don't remember what position he plays.
Yeah.
And Nate Guerrero, free safety.
Yeah, Jamon who, right?
Yeah. I don't think anybody's heard of his name before.
Guys, I'm going to just go left or right so we can get everyone a little mic time here on the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports, IE 1350 AM. Cameron, the quarterback, big win last night against San Jacinto. Obviously, when you got a guy in the backfield like Jamon, to hand the ball off to, it makes your job a little bit easier. But what are you guys doing well offensively right now?
We control the clock, the trenches are ours. We run the ball at our own pace. Jamon gets in space and does what he does with the ball, and then sets up nice passing lanes for us. With them creeping up and open things up for us for the offense.
Because it's not a big secret, right? If you control the game, like if you run the football, keep the other team's offense off the field, play great defense, you're going to win some football games, right?
Yes, sir. I'm 5-0. Goes out to prove it.
Yeah, seriously. And then we got Joe Johnson over here. Hashtag shock the IE, right?
Yeah.
Reed Baird, wasn't he the big guy? Did he come up with that? Is that a Reed Baird hashtag? Or So talk about that, because I was joking with Coach in the hallway that this is a couple of years old, this hashtag, but he was just a couple of years early. You know what I mean? Like he was like a prophet, seeing into the future that you guys are going to be at this point. But Joe, just talk about your 5-0 starting. You're turning some heads. I mean, you're no longer under the radar.
Yeah. You're All-American, and then coming into high school, I never had a 5-0 record, never had a winning record, and just starting off 5-0, it turns a lot of heads. A lot of people in Riverside, a lot of people in the IE now know who we are, know that we're not the team that they're gonna come in and mess with.
Well, you guys are off to a great start for sure. Let's go over to Andrew Young as well. First time 5-0 since 2001. Coach is a history guy. Yeah. I mean, how important is it for you guys to know that this hasn't been done in, let me do some math real quick, 16 years?
Yeah, Coach.
Yeah, it's pretty cool because no one, a lot of people didn't believe in us at first, and now we're 5-0, and everyone's on our side now, rooting for us.
Does it feel different around campus?
Yeah.
I mean, being so,
we haven't won 5-0 since we've been in high school. So going 5-0 is good right now.
So that means you guys all have girlfriends then now. If you're 5-0, if you go 0-5, you don't have girlfriends.
Jamon got one.
Got one. Yeah, of course, right? He's the touchdown.
One? Just one? Come on.
Speaking of Jamon, let's get him on the mic over here. And I want to break a little bit of news here, since we got Jamon McGlory here on the mic on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports 1350 AM. Congratulations, you're our Marines Recruiting Station Riverside Athlete of the Week for those touchdowns last night, that 21-14. Yeah, give a round of applause.
Yeah.
It's a big deal. So congratulations, Jamon.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Does your big guy Joe over here, is he paving the way for you to run that rock?
Of course. All of them doing their job. Continue to pound the ball. That's what we do.
So Jamon McGlory, obviously one of the top tailbacks in the Inland Empire. Do you like being the guy? Do you like being fed? Like when you break off a big run, do you feel like you just kind of get better and better as the game goes along?
Of course. The tempo and what's the adrenaline. It runs through my veins. Just get the ball and go.
Just get the ball and go, right? Just don't think about it, right? Yeah, just go. Just go. And also next to Jamon over here, we got Nate Guerrero. He's been a big part of this Lions football team as well. I know you guys are going in the bye week. And then I think it's JW North, right, on the other side, on the Inland Valley League opener. So, Nate, what have you guys done well in these 5 games that get you optimistic against that JW North Huskies team when you guys are back in action in Week 6?
Oh, well, we know they have great athletes at North year in and year out, so we're going to play a great defense and control the clock very well. Give Jamon some much to.
I mean, because it might not be the prettiest kind of football. I know all these teams want to go to the spread and they want to score lots of points. But if you can run the football,
smash mouth.
Yeah, smash it. Control the game. Play great defense. I mean, that's still the recipe for success, right? I mean, do you guys see it that way? You know, a win's a win, right?
Yeah, I mean, when defense isn't on the field, and we feel good just sitting there 5-6 minutes and then play 3-minute defense, get 3 and out.
That's right. And before you know it, the game's over. It's like 9 o'clock, and you guys are done, right? Everyone else is still playing. It's 9 o'clock. You guys can go home. Maybe go check out another game, right? We got the Arlington Lions here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Coach, let me get you back on the mic here. We were kind of joking around because I'm a big gum chewer, like big time. Like my wife gets mad at me because I chomp on it really hard, especially when I'm stressed out. And I know Coach Lunsford over here is a gum guy as well. Were you chomping pretty hard last night?
You could probably ask some of the guys. Our last huddle that we took, it was, I believe, 3rd and 6 late in the game. We were trying to seal the win, and we pulled them all in. And I was talking to them. I had about 6 or 7 pieces in at the time, and I'm pretty sure I was spraying everywhere, all over the whole entire huddle. I probably got a couple of them in the eye. They were wiping it away as we're going back onto the field. But yeah, I probably went through about, I don't know, 3/4 of a pack last night.
Is it always juicy fruit?
Always game time juicy fruit for sure.
So it's kind of like a game superstition for you. Like it's got to be like if someone came up to you and said, "Hey, I got this. I'll go old school, Bazooka Joe or something like that." Would you be like, "Nah, no, thanks."
No, it has to be juicy fruit. There's nothing else. All 5 years I've been a head coach, it's been juicy fruit from day one.
All right, so we're gonna tweet at Juicy Fruit, get them as a sponsor here on the show.
Yeah.
We just gave them a ton of love here.
Yeah.
Have you noticed something about these guys?
What is that?
I mean, you guys look like you should have came in on horseback. They look like the lion clan from Game of Thrones. You got the mountaineer, you got the leader. He looks like a Lannister. He looks like he should be carrying. Look, Coach looks seriously like he should be wielding a sword and chainmail in here. And the rest of these guys, look at them. They're tough-looking guys.
They are tough-looking guys.
Are you a Game of Thrones fan, Coach?
I'm an absolute Game of Thrones.
I can tell. Yeah.
All right, Jeff.
Funny story about that. We have a freshman in the program. His name is Aegon, and when they revealed the last episode that the King of the North's name was Aegon, we started calling him King of the North. The kid changed his email address to King of the North. Oh, it's been hilarious since that happened.
Yeah, I got the mountain right next to me right here. That's the mountain.
Oh, yeah, you guys are fun. Arlington Lions here on Fox Sports IE 1350. It's the one and only Inland Sports Show. So you beat San Jacinto last night 21-14. We were talking that it's kind of like a redemption tour. A lot of games that maybe you dropped last year or the year before that you were trying to circle back around and make sure you get that W in 2017. So 5-0 so far. The tour is going pretty well for you guys.
Absolutely. We've talked about it. That has been a theme that we've talked about numerous times. There's a couple games that we marked on our calendar that we wanted to make sure we went out and got some redemption with. And last night was one of the first ones starting on the board that we had a pretty bad taste in our mouth from last year with what happened. So we wanted to make sure we went out there and let them know that we weren't happy with last year. And we wanted to make sure to prove it around, change it around to them and show them, what we did in the offseason and make sure we redeemed ourselves.
What's changed in a season? Because from the outside looking in, like I don't know if the newspaper had like a preseason rankings or whatever, but from the outside looking in, people would be like, oh, it's going to be Rancho Verde. Valley View burst onto the scene last year. Maybe North for 3rd. Arlington maybe. Like, what's changed? I mean, is there a chip on your shoulder? Like, what's going on this year?
Preseason was actually Rancho, Valley View, North, Holly, then us, and then Canyon Springs.
So he memorized it.
Just to let you know.
Hey, and Canyon Springs is doing pretty well this year, too.
Yeah, they've won some ball games.
Yeah.
They won again last night. Yeah, they're doing a good job. Basically, the whole change has just been attitude. It's been attitude and leadership of the guys. We didn't have great leadership last year. Not saying that the seniors weren't good leaders. We just didn't have we had some younger guys that were juniors last year that thought they should have been the leaders of the team and the program, and they kind of just wanted to do things their own way. So we had a little rift amongst them last year. And it showed in the last 8 games that we played of the season. This year it's not that way. The attitude has completely changed. In the off season, we changed a lot of things around, hit the weight room hard. We didn't even touch the field for probably 4 months in the off season. We never even went out on the field one time. It was just purely weight room, getting ready, changing the attitude, just trying to change the culture altogether. We had a lot of guys that decided they didn't want to be part of it. They didn't like the direction we were going. And then August rolls around, July and August roll around, and here they are knocking on the door. Coach, we want to come back. We like what's going on. We're sorry we left. And so they're back now, and we welcome them back with open arms, and the attitude's just changed. Everybody's on board. If you look at the back of the shirt I gave you today, Pep, it says "We before me," and it's all about team now. It's not about any individual thing.
And you need guys to buy into that, right? Like you said, like last year, if you guys aren't going in the same direction, if you're not with me, you're kind of against me, right?
Oh yeah, it's tough. I even had a quarterback in the summertime that I had to sit down and talk to that wasn't sure he wanted to be part of the program and only getting to throw the ball 4 or 5 or 6 times a game. But he's definitely bought into the program now, and he loves where we're going.
It's not Cameron over there, is it?
No, it's not Cameron.
No, of course. You know what? And you guys aren't the only ones that have to go through that. New coaches, their first, second, third year, you kind of got to weed out some things if you want to make it your program, put your stamp on it, right? And make sure it's performing like you want it to.
Absolutely. There was some weeds that we had to pull out this year, and we replanted them, and they came back, and they're flourishing now. So
look at that. He turned it around.
He did.
The plant the seed, and it's blossoming and all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, and thinking about it, you're not from the area. You're from Indiana.
Yeah,
Indiana. You're not part of the old boys club of parts of Riverside. So coming in and changing the culture, you've done a great job.
thank you.
Yeah, it's tough, right? When if you're not maybe in those inner circles or whatever, because it seems like everybody knows each other in the coaching families around here. So
Absolutely, there's no doubt about that. So when I came in, it was pretty tough putting a staff together at first and figuring things out. I was lucky. There was a lot of people that gave me support, a lot of coaches around the area that gave me support and helped out and reached in, especially in the Inland Valley. And now it's, they all know me and everything's, it's almost like I'm one of the old boys now, but obviously I've only been here for 3 years, so I'm still one of the new boys.
do you find some of the past players or maybe people around campus are kind of, I don't want to say the bandwagon because that's like a negative connotation, but they're all on board, right? I mean, like, oh man, Arlington football's back. This is fun again. This is exciting.
I don't know how campus is because me being down in the PE department and down the football field all the time, I'm not around campus very often. These guys are on campus, but I'm pretty sure from what I've heard that it's a little exciting on campus. They're getting a lot of congratulations, pats on the back, telling them good job.
All right, I'm going to go left to right, and I'm going to ask each of these guys their favorite part, their best moment, something that really stood out to them in these first 5 games. I know you're going into the bye week. We could talk about North, but I'd rather just reflect just for a moment, celebrate the Lions and their 5-0 start. Think about your favorite moment, special play, something maybe behind the scenes that we don't know about during this 5-0 start. Cameron, let me start with you over here, the QB.
Game 1 against Paris. Last year I didn't play up to my potential against Paris, and this year we came out and popped them in their mouth. I came out and got the W, so it felt good. A little redemption game for me at least because I didn't play well last year. But definitely Paris getting the W in that game.
After that big talking from Coach right over the summer.
Yeah, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
How about you, Joe? Hashtag shock the IE.
I think the victory over Temescal Canyon is because the Friday I woke up, I looked at the press enterprise and they had us losing. Like the staff picked and they picked 3 people. Picked Temescal Canyon.
How dare they?
And
they don't have a staff over there.
Yeah.
So they don't know what they're talking about.
Just to show everybody wrong that we're not gonna fold to anyone and that we're gonna beat everybody that steps in our way.
And I love it that Coach remembers that preseason ranking. Is it posted up anywhere? No, okay. Jamon over here. What do you? I mean, don't say all the touchdowns. We know you got lots of touchdowns. What do you remember about this 5-0 start?
San Jacinto, definitely. Like I felt that was the most exciting game to me because last year I only had like 6 yards for 9 carries, and now we won. So that's how I'm feeling.
And no disrespect to the other teams in your non-league, but San Jacinto was probably the best team that you guys were going to see in that non-league schedule those first 5.
Yeah, they were talking about possibly upsetting Citrus Hill in that league, the Mountain Pass League.
Yeah, so. Slow your roll. Slow your roll.
Okay, sorry.
Just a little bit.
Sorry. I was excited there.
I know they got beat by the Kook last night, Rancho Cucamonga, but Citrus Hill still pretty strong.
The Lions putting the hurt to the San Jacinto.
Yeah.
Yeah, so sweet win.
Yeah. Let me go over here as we're wrapping up here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE. Andrew, and then we'll finish up with Nate.
My favorite moment this season was our win against Pomona, double overtime.
That's right, yeah.
Yeah, that was a good one because we stuck in it and didn't give up on it, and we just came out with the W.
Just a lot of character, right? The perseverance of this team?
It was good because there was a lot of moments it was like close and we thought we were going to lose.
Does that feel like a turning point for this team? Like, oh my gosh, you know what? We can win. We can go on the road. We can win these close games.
Yeah, we just kept fighting.
Got to learn to win sometimes.
Yeah, you do. All right, Nate, how about you? Let's wrap this thing up.
I agree with Andrew. Definitely the Pomona game. Actually, J-Mo wasn't the one who scored the touchdown. It was me.
That's right. I messaged Coach after the game, and I just assumed, I was like, that was J-Mon, right? He's like, nope.
J-Mo came out maybe like the 2-yard line. And before he came on the field, he said, put it in. I said, okay.
You got this, right?
Yeah, it was just exciting. It was fun.
28-22? Does that sound right?
Yeah.
That was a big double overtime win at Pomona. The Arlington Lions here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Coach, let me get you just back on the mic real quick. Thanks for coming down on a Saturday. I hope you enjoy the bye week. maybe rest up a little bit, do a little game planning. You got North on the other side as you open league play. But we appreciate you guys coming down and spending a little time with us.
I appreciate the invite, and thanks for everything you guys do for us.
And I'm glad you won on TV. You don't want to lose on TV, right? The TV game. So.
That's right.
Hey, there's been a good mojo with everybody coming in the studio. They always win the next week.
Yeah, we had Kaiser on, and they went on the road and picked up a big win, 49-42 against, was it Serrano?
Yes, it was.
Blank right now, yeah. So look at Coach. He knows all the scores.
Yeah,
he
pay attention to everything.
He keeps tabs.
I think we're on TV for the North game, too. I believe that's the Riverside TV game.
Yes, you are.
You know what? I'm glad you brought that up because I got it right here, and I was going to mention that. The next one, next Friday, if you're watching Riverside TV, is King against the Rancho Verde. The Mustangs have dropped 2 in a row. King has won 2 in a row. So that could be interesting. We'll see. That's next Friday, Riverside TV. And then the week after that, October 6th, mark your calendar, Arlington, JW North, the granddaddy of them all. Rivalry game, playoff spot, all kinds of stuff could be on the line in that one.
I'll be there for that one.
Are you calling that game,
I'm calling that game.
All right, you're going to be stuck with Jeff calling that one on Riverside.
I'm gonna call my man over here, the Mountain, though. He's
the Mountain.
The Mountain. Yeah.
Where's King of the North when you need him, right?
The Mountain.
Guys, we appreciate it. Thank you for coming down on Saturday. You guys are a lot of fun, and I'm sorry I forgot the gum, but next time I'll bring the juicy fruit.
Don't worry about it. I've got plenty.
That's the Arlington Lions here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. When we come back, we're going to run, Jeff.
No!
We're going to run far.
Around the world!
Around the world with the UC Riverside women's cross-country team. We'll be right back here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350.
I played once upon a time at Centennial High School. I was actually on the first ever CIF championship team back in 2000, and then my senior year we won it again. I'd say that's my passion because I've done it. You know, I know exactly where these athletes are at. I know what their mindset is right now. I know how hard it is to, number one, find a performance coach who can take you to the next level. What sets us apart has to be, you know, how we work with our athletes and what we know. We can take an athlete and you know, help them reach their athletic potential, you know, help them, you know, prevent injuries, help get them stronger. I know every single athlete who steps into this gym. I know exactly where they're at, and I'm going to progress them every week. If you're not getting results, then, you know, really what's it about? We're going to deliver something that's measurable, you know, in terms of speed, power, you know, strength, agility.
Thank God, first of all. I thank the great people that I've got around me that help support me, the people that work for me. As I started, if it wasn't for the people around me, we probably wouldn't be here right now, but I've got a great staff. I've got great people that do stuff for us outside the store, and we've been very, very fortunate. Our service is impeccable, and we just keep trying to get better every year. We can do online stuff for your teams, as well as, like I said, the screen printing, the embroidery. We also have 3 women that do extra sewing for us, like tackle tool on uniforms, or the bling or rhinestones for different shirts for the ladies. That's why we have certain racks just for certain schools, and the fun about that is that it turns into other schools that may come in here that aren't as close, that we can do stuff for them as well. We've had very, very good customers throughout the years, and it's just been a blast.
kitchen cabinets. That could add new kitchen cabinets right to the top of your list. And free design services make your kitchen upgrade even easier. It's the heart of your home. Make it the start of something terrific. With free kitchen design services now at the Home Depot. More saving, more doing. Schedule your appointment with a designer at homedepot.com/kitchens.
And here's something else, Bob. I have 8 different bosses right now.
I beg your pardon?
8 bosses.
8?
8, Bob. So that means that when I make a mistake, I have 8 different people coming by to tell me about it.
And welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM, brought to you by Spoiled, Quick Quality Oil Change, Kin Sporting Goods, and Boost Performance Training. Arlington was fun. Those great. Didn't bring the gum, though.
No.
The juicy fruit. So Coach warned me. He's like, man, I chomp hard, and I do too. Like, I'm always chomping on gum. I got to obviously spit it out when we do the broadcast, but I'm always chomping on gum. My wife's always complaining, man, what are you so angry about? Like, why are you trying to kill that gum? I'm like,
have you noticed that every coach that has come in here except for the Sith Lord, they all have these great beards. It's a beard year for
Matt Logan at Centennial's very clean shaving.
Oh, he's the Sith Lord. He's up in the Death Star.
Did Palpatine have a beard?
No, he's not allowed to.
Didn't,
Like the
right?
Yankees. Like the Yankees. You can't wear a beard.
Welcome back to the show. We want to remind everyone that the Riverside USD has their coaches clinic coming up. Jerry West will be the featured guest speaker.
The logo?
The logo, yeah. He's the NBA logo. He's also an executive. What's his title with the Clippers now?
He's all-encompassing Mr. Clipper.
Shot
Mr.
caller.
Clutch.
Shot caller, right?
Yep.
So Jerry West is coming. That's October 14th, 2017. If you're watching us live and amplified on the channel right now, we got the flyer up. I got him hot off the press. We had a Riverside Hall of Fame meeting. Got the flyer, got the PDF form, boom, on the show right now, so you guys are hearing about it. Only $15
to see Mr. Clutch?
To see Jerry West at the Fox Theater.
Oh.
So that's, again, that's October 14th. We got all the details on the Inland Sports website. You can go check that out. Jeff, you strike me as a runner. I look at you and I'm like, he probably runs a lot.
I'm very fit. I'm very lean. I'm very lean. Lean muscle.
Is that what that is?
That is very lean.
Okay. I knew it was something.
Yes.
We got the UC Riverside women's cross country team in the house. Coach Rob Hansen's here. He brought 3 of the top runners as well. We want to give a special shout out, though, to Coach Brown, who couldn't be with us in studio today. He's in Arizona, from what I understand, visiting his niece for the very first time. So he had a good reason.
No excuse.
Oh, no excuse.
No excuse.
Oh, man. You're a tough customer, Jeff.
You got to be on the Inland Sports Show.
It is the biggest show out there.
Yes, it is.
And it's very tough to miss, but we do understand. So shout out to Coach Brown real quick. We met him at the other night, the Loft 84, to, what was it, Meet a Highlander, Be a Highlander event? Did you name that, John Maxwell? He did not name that. It was a very catchy name.
A great night, though. Got to meet all the coaches. We met them all. I was scared of Troy Percival, though.
You were starstruck.
I was, because he's my favorite player of all time. And I thought maybe he had a baseball in his back pocket, and I was worried he was going to go high and tight on me. He was gonna buzz the.
But he was really nice, despite his car breaking down. And
no, he's not
on the road for 3 hours.
He scares me. I don't know. I'm not gonna meet him.
All right, we've derailed from our conversation here. We got to talk cross country here, Jeff, with the Highlanders in the house. First off, ladies, thanks for joining us. Coach Hansen, we appreciate it as well for joining us here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Coach, I'll start with you. This is a special trio right here. You guys just had a big home meet. You've got the Highlander Invitational coming up in a couple weeks. From what I understand, the conference championships also here in Riverside, correct?
That is correct, yes.
There's got to be some home course advantage, right?
Oh, absolutely. That's why we run that 40-team invitational that we did last week. This three-headed monster, as Coach Brown and I like to call it, were very, very special last week. Finished 4th and 27th and 29th out of about 300 athletes. So it was really special to be out there.
You say three-headed monster, but they look so sweet over here in our studio.
They are not nearly as innocent as they present themselves. No way.
Well, let's find out. Let's start with Emily Sanchez. We'll go left to right. Emily here on the Inland Sports Show. I was looking at your bio. You like Taylor Swift and Michael Bublé. We won't hold that against you. We'll still interview you here on the show. But talk about the home race the previous week and running on that course, knowing that you're going to be on that course a couple more times in competition. And, you know, what was that course like, and where do you think there's areas for you to improve on?
Well, the way I like to see it is I kind of just like getting through the miles. So just like strategizing, and I know there's some areas in that course where I know I kind of lack in. So just working on that, and we have a huge advantage. Like that's our home course. So at practice, just continue to working on those, and yeah.
So you guys practice on that course as well?
Yeah, we do. We have a lot of workouts on that course.
And you guys ran this morning.
Yeah,
did you run here to the station?
No.
No? Okay. Did you run on the course?
No, we drove on the canal over by Endolco Park.
That sounds fun.
Yeah.
The canal? Yeah.
It goes for miles and miles. It's flat. It's gorgeous.
Well, Coach, you were saying, you asked the ladies over here, like, how far did you run, right? And they're like, I don't know, 10, 14 miles. I mean,
isn't it crazy that they don't even know how far they ran? They just run forever. They can just go for miles and miles and not even, it doesn't affect them.
They would be in Corona right about now, right? If you guys didn't circle back around.
We didn't pull the reins on them. Yeah, they'd be to Mexico by evening.
No, they're fast then. Let's join Faith McCow here on the show as well. And Faith, the 2015 Big West Women's Cross Country Athlete of the Year. Is that right? Faith, step up to the mic. We're excited to have you on the show as well. You had a dominating race the previous week, and are you going for that conference championship? Do you want to make the nationals? Like, what kind of goals have you set out for yourself this season?
Those are definitely my goals this season. So I'm excited. It was good to open up back at home again and see the course and see the girls. Most of the girls that I will see in conference or my competition in conference was there this weekend, so I'm excited.
So you're gonna see the same ones. So you kind of, I guess, game plan maybe. I mean, do you game plan in cross country?
We definitely game plan. It's not the same as touchdown and huddle and whatnot, but it's pretty similar in terms of where to go, when to go, how to do it.
So do you guys work well together with Wesley and Emily? Like, is there sort of like a team effort when you guys are on the course to a certain degree?
We definitely work together because we feed off each other. If you see somebody ahead of you, or we see each other, we just pull each other along, I guess.
Do you push each other in practice too?
Yeah, definitely every day.
What do you think about when you're running? Like when I you can tell I can run a lot, but when I run, like I just feel like I'm like thinking about, oh man, what's for dinner? Here's what I gotta do when I get home. Like, yeah, bouncing the checkbook. Is there enough money in my account? Like, what are you thinking about when you're running?
Well, it actually depends. On a recovery run, it's more so, hey, how was your day? So, what are you having for breakfast? But then in a workout, it's more so, hey, you gotta stay focused. You gotta work hard, and you gotta hit this next rep. So it just depends what kind of run we're doing.
All right, let's bring Wesley Pierce onto the show here. Yeah. Jeff, she's married.
You're a married athlete?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
And your husband's also a runner, right?
Oh, no.
No, he's not? No. I thought he was, wasn't he?
No, he hates running, actually.
Oh, your brother ran at UCR?
Yeah, my brother ran at UCR, and my whole family runs. My husband's like kind of the odd one out.
He's the odd one.
Yeah, what does the husband do?
He's just started CrossFit, but he's more of like, he's supportive. So, he can't run.
He's supportive.
It's our job to be supportive.
But your whole family ran, right? So
yeah, my sister runs at Arizona State right now. And
do you ever compete against her? Do you ever go to the same invite?
Yeah, sometimes during cross, and then for regionals we'll compete together.
But you're better, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Of course, right? Talk about, you've got is it the Highlander Classic? Or the invite that's coming up on the 14th of October.
Highlander Challenge is what it's called.
Highlander Challenge. Now that's a curveball. I didn't see that one coming. Rebrand every year. The Highlander Challenge. I'm sure these ladies will be towards the front of the pack. Wesley, talk about that race. Again, it's been well documented here on the show that it's a home race for you guys. You've ran this course. You practice on this course. You feel like going into it, like you should have a good finish, considering you're familiar with the course.
Yeah, I'm really excited. I always like that race because it's a couple weeks before conference, so it's a great time just to have because we run a 5K, so it's a little shorter, so it's a great tune-up before the big race conference, and we get to wear pink shorts because it's October for breast cancer awareness. So I'm excited.
Very
about
cool.
That.
I got my pink shorts too.
Coach does too?
Yeah,
that's what I'm excited for.
Coach does as well. We got UC Riverside Cross Country here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Now I love digging through the bios.
Yes.
We could talk running and we talk X's and O's about sports, but we like the other flavor, right? So Wesley here, you had in your bio that you like donuts and burritos.
Oh yeah, I can eat a burrito every day. You can eat a burrito for breakfast, lunch, and dinner, maybe for dessert too.
But you're so fit. Like, look at her.
You could put anything in a burrito. You could put kale. I put sweet potatoes. Anything.
That's Wesley. That's not a burrito.
With the tortilla and then
anything with a tortilla is considered a burrito.
Oh man.
Apparently.
What is kale and sweet potatoes?
Yeah,
Exactly.
Jeff's like, can I put sour cream and what?
Yeah, meat. Just meat and cheese.
She meant to say steak, chicken, cheese.
Yeah.
She's confused.
Coach, let me go back to you because you guys are going to be heading to Notre Dame pretty soon.
Yes, we are.
For a big race.
Big
Is that exciting? I mean, you're going to see great competition. You're going to a very prestigious campus.
Yes.
And you know what I mean? Like, it's a big event, team bonding and all that kind of stuff as well.
Yeah, it's a great opportunity for us to measure how good we are up against the rest of the country. We see the West Coast all the time. We're facing Oregon and Stanford and California and all those other schools. We get to see some Midwest schools like Illinois and Wisconsin and Notre Dame. Notre Dame's a great cross-country university too. We're currently ranked 15th in the West region, and we're going to be facing some teams that are in the top 10 of their regions, and we feel like we can really compete against some of those groups. So it's going to be really important for us to show off on a national stage.
Now, I feel like cross-country in Southern California is different than cross-country in the Midwest.
A little bit.
I mean, is that safe to say? Like, I picture Midwest, I'm thinking like mud and rain, and it's wet everywhere, and you're running through forests. And out here, I'm thinking like, oh, they're running along the beach. You know what I mean? Like, I just feel like it's so different.
Well, especially here in the Inland Empire, because it's a lot of dirt courses.
Yeah.
And when you get to the Midwest, you're running on a lot of golf courses and a lot of grass. And there's certainly a different feel between running on something compact dirt and then being in the grass, dragging your feet, a little resistance. It's a little bit slower there. You got to dig in a little bit tougher.
So, Wesley, how do you – I don't know if you guys get like a practice run or you get to get on the course before the actual race, but how do you go to a new course and figure things out? I mean, do you study it, like literally like look at a map and study it? Do you get a chance to run it?
The day before, we usually run it as a team, and we will have like a map of us to try and figure it out. And then for our warm-up for the race, we'll run some of the course just so we can get an idea like what to expect.
And Faith, I'm sure you're going to be towards the top of the pack, trying to bring home maybe a victory for UC Riverside, seeing some of the best runners in the country here at Notre Dame. What are your expectations going in? I mean, do you feel like you need to come away with a big result to kind of maybe propel your season as you go into the West Regionals and hopefully the national championships as well?
Right. I think going into this race is just more so just get out there and compete because I'm excited to see what competition is out there. I will see a lot of new girls, so I'm just excited to compete and see where I rank up against all of them.
And Emily, let me ask you, as she steps up to the mic here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. I'm always curious how you become a cross-country runner. Like Wesley mentioned that, you know, her whole family ran, so naturally I guess you're going to be steered in that direction. But how did you pick up running? Because a lot of people just say, oh, I started running because I was training for another sport. I was trying to stay in shape, and I just kind of kept with it. How did you get your start in cross-country?
Well, that's actually exactly how I started.
Well, see, there you go. What was the other sport, or what else were you doing?
I played soccer, and I actually really liked soccer, but I just did running to get in shape for soccer. But I had no skill with the ball, so I just happened to be better at running, so I just stuck with it.
You're like, I'm fast, but I can't kick the soccer ball.
Yeah, they just wanted me to run like up and down the field.
So you were a midfielder, right?
Yeah, I was no use to them. So.
Yeah. But you were all over the field, right? Exactly. You were running all over the place. Coach, let me bring you on one more time as we wrap things up here. It's the Highlander Challenge, right? The Highlander Challenge.
We'll go with that.
They might change it next week, but right now on the Inland Sports Show, it's the Highlander Challenge. It's coming up October 14th. Coach, you touched on it, but what are you just hoping to see out of these girls in that race that might, you know, build some confidence, some momentum as you go through the rest of your season and, of course, the West Regionals?
Sure. Well, it's a smaller meet than this meet that we had last week, the UCR Invitational. So I'm looking for a little bit more pack running. I'd really love to get these three girls to run pretty much side by side through the entire race, and then looking for the younger kids that are training to pack up and run as a group so we can find each other, identify each other out there. Because when we get to the conference meet, also a smaller meet, we can run as a group and as a unit.
Yeah, because that first one, I saw a picture of it. It looked like, I know there wasn't thousands, but it looked like thousands of people.
Chaos.
Yeah, like it looked nuts.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is, I mean, that was about 40 teams. This is going to be about 9 or 10 teams. So you will really be able to identify your teammates out there. And like Wesley said, they'll all be in their pink shorts. So they should be able to find each other and latch on. And, you know, it really helps for them to run together because they communicate a little bit and they can do some hand gestures and stuff to kind of pull each other along and keep each other strong.
So the conference championship, you guys are also hosting it. Like you said, it's more similar in size.
Correct, 9 teams.
Yeah, okay. Yeah. So it's not as chaotic.
It's not as overwhelming. but obviously the pressure is on too, so there's different things to balance because
So-
that's the time we want to show up.
Where do you have to finish in conference to advance to the regions?
Well, everybody gets to advance to the regional meet, but then at the regional meet, the top 2 teams qualify automatically for nationals, and then there are 13 teams from the entire country that get at-large bids.
Real quick, I'm just thinking off the top of my head. When's the last time UCR had someone go to the national championships?
2014, Rocky Heflin.
Okay, so not too long ago.
Yep.
Wesley.
Wesley turned off the lights.
Oh my gosh. Well, I got freaked out because we just had the lights go out if you're watching us right now on our Inland Sports channel, because Jeff came into the studio today and he was telling me today was the end of the world.
Oh, yeah, end of the world.
You guys hear about that?
The rapture is today.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's supposed to come today, 2 o'clock.
That's what Jeff said at 2 o'clock. So I just saw the lights go out and I panicked for a second.
It's a little early.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. I want to go home one more time.
Yeah, East Coast time. East Coast time.
Australian time. We got another day.
Hey, there we go. Make the best of it.
Guys, thank you so much. Best of luck at Notre Dame. We're excited to see you come back home in a couple of weeks for the Highlander Challenge, right?
Hey.
Yeah! Woo! October
for having
14th.
Thank
Coach
you.
Hanson, Wesley, Faith, Emily, appreciate it, and best of luck going forward.
Fun, thank you.
All right, that's the UC Riverside women's cross country team. When we come back, we're going to talk a little more high school football, look at our rankings, and we're also going to size up Brandon Rankins. How close is he now to the rushing record? He's close.
San Bernardino or
Yeah.
the all-time world record?
Well, the all-time record, Toby Gerhardt has that, and it's way out there, but he's going to break that San Bernardino County record.
Nice, very cool.
We'll talk about that when we come back here on the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
Okay, people, you have to tell me.
We focus on the customer here. Believe it or not, that is the biggest thing for customers on an oil change. They just want the convenience of coming in, driving in, getting it done, and driving out. We just greet them, get them going, and they're done in about 10 minutes or so. We don't push any sales on them. We do the oil change, and I think that's what sets us apart is our customer service. Vacuumed and cleaned your windshield for you as well. Everything's looking pretty good. You come into us one time, believe me, we'll spoil you and you'll be ready to come back the next time.
Welcome to the local sports leader in the Inland Empire, the Inland Sports Show. You can find us on Fox Sports IE 1350 AM every single Saturday at 11 a.m. plus live and amplified around the world on the Inland Sports channel on YouTube. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button.
This is Kenny Clark from the Green Bay Packers, and you're watching the Inland Sports Show.
Inland Sports is the undisputed sports leader in the IE and two-time finalist for the top TV radio show in the Inland Empire, thanks to our big-name guests, exclusive interviews, video highlights, and of course, nobody breaks more news than Inland Sports. Hosted by Big Salty Jeff Gorham and the IE Media Personality of the Year, Pep Fernandez, honored by the CIF Southern Section with its Champion for Character Award, the National Football Foundation, the Southern California Football Coaches Association, the Inland Empire Baseball Coaches Association, and the San Bernardino City Unified School District. We've teamed up with some outstanding companies in our community that are proud to call the IE home, and they care about local sports.
Hey, what's up, Pep? You too cool to come down here, man? Too big time now?
You can join our team too. If you're a local business or owner, shoot us an email at inlandsportshow@gmail.com. Nobody covers local sports like Inland Sports. Find us on YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook.
Always want to play the best teams, even in the playoffs. If we win the playoffs, I want it to be like we earned it.
Help us spread the word, and thanks for making Inland Sports the local sports leader in the Inland Empire. Welcome to the
Einhorn is a man! Oh my God! Einhorn is a man!
Welcome back to the Inland Sports Show, Fox Sports IE 1350 AM. Just had UCR cross country. The girls were great. They were running this morning. They don't even know how far they ran. They just kept running and running.
14 miles, he said?
I have the same problem. I just keep running.
Yeah, just run. Don't stop.
We're brought to you by Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change, Kin Sporting Goods, and Boost Performance Training. We're going to circle back now to high school football.
We're back.
Talk about those Week 4 scores. Look ahead to Week 5, some of the things that went down last night. Of course, Arlington's big win against San Jacinto. The Lions 5-0. We appreciate them coming by. Dropped off a shirt for the Inland Sports Studio. We're going to put it on the wall. Hashtag we not me, right?
Yes.
It's about the family, Lion pride.
Pride.
That's what they call a group of lions, right? A pride.
Yeah, and they meow.
Is that what they do?
That was a roar. That was a nice meow, though.
Shout out to Ron Garinger, his first victory as head coach at Corona, 56-42 against Norta Vista. Novi's 0-5. Jeff, what's going on at your school?
Well, they just don't have that breakaway speed they've had. They don't have they don't have Malesio. They don't have Freddie Holly. They just don't have the speed this year. And the giant line they've had in the past. So it's a growing pains. They'll be all right.
Only one returning starter, right? Chris
Yes.
Malesio was the only guy coming back from that really good team last year.
That is it. And now they're playing with 21 new dudes on that offense and defense.
Yeah, there's a learning curve there,
Yes,
right?
very much so.
Chris Malesio's a stud, but there's still a learning curve there, and that was a team that went all the way to the CIF Southern Section Division 7 title last year. Here's a crazy score. I was getting blown up on Twitter. I was getting text messages on my cell phone about this one. North over Moreno Valley, 25-22.
What a crazy game.
And listen to this.
Let me hear it.
So 48 seconds left, okay? It was 15-15. North kicked a field goal to go up 18-15. Ensuing kickoff, Moval takes it back to the house. They take the lead on the touchdown and the extra point. All right, game over, wouldn't you think?
You would think.
Because when they kicked that original field goal, there's 48 seconds left. So if you do the math, there was probably, around 30 seconds. Maybe 35 at the most.
Yeah.
So North gets the ball back after Moval took that kick back for the touchdown. North gets the ball back, drives down, game-winning touchdown with 3 seconds left. 25-22, the final score, North wins.
Oh, that's a heartbreaker.
That was a crazy game. I couldn't believe it. So it was getting a lot of run on social media last night, and appreciate Coach Walter out there who hit me up. He was like, dude, you will not believe what happened in our game last night. He's an assistant coach at North, so I appreciate that as well.
Nice.
How about Heritage, their first loss of the season? But I put on Twitter, you guys made the IE proud. Battling Orange Lutheran, one of the top-ranked teams in Division I. 34-21 was the final score. Heritage battled.
Yeah, that's deep. I was really hoping Coach Broach would take it all the way and they would win every single game. But that's a tough loss. A win, maybe, in a sense. You hung with a Division I team, but still a tough loss.
I think people are just excited to see Heritage go up against a team like that because, they run through their non-league schedule. They beat people up, but they're going up against one of the top teams in Division I. So we're like, okay, now we've got a measuring stick. How good is this Heritage team? To put it in perspective, so the last couple weeks, Orange Lutheran beat Vista Murrieta by 20.
Yes.
And then they beat Norco by 13, and then they beat Heritage by 14. So if you do the math, you could see that, they beat Heritage by 13. So if you do the math, you could see that Heritage is right there. I mean, on par with the Vista Murrietas of the world, the Norcos of the world. So, and they've got a great team, and they're Division II. So keep an eye on Heritage in Division II. They could make a very deep run there. Another one of those wacky scores, Murrieta Mesa winning a double overtime thriller against Valley View, 59-58 the final score. The Rams are 5-0.
That's probably our biggest surprise of the year, I would say, is we didn't have Murrieta Mesa either in our top in the computers.
Yeah.
So,
and that's funny. I'm going to punch up the rankings right now because that's a great segue, Jeff. Here's the CIF rankings, but Inland Sports grade 8 and 4 more rankings. And I took the liberty of putting the numbers into the computer late last night when I got home, 2 o'clock in the morning. The computer was asleep, like it literally was asleep, and I had to wake it up. And because the computer doesn't take weekends off.
No,
and
always going.
We just put the information in, and it squirts it out, right, Jeff?
Exactly.
So Murrieta Mesa is now in our 4 more. Congratulations to Murrieta Mesa.
Yes.
Here's the grade 8s. Centennial, Heritage, Roosevelt, Murrieta Valley, Cajon, Citrus Hill, Rancho Verde, Aquinas. No change there, but in the 4 more, we have Rev, Vista Murrieta, Murrieta Mesa, and Santiago in our 4 more. A couple other schools that we're keeping an eye on. They're knocking on the door. Arlington's one of them. We just had them in studio. Ukaipa's another school.
Ukaipa?
Posting a ton of points. They blew at Eisenhower 55-zip last night.
Oh.
They've got Redlands East Valley coming up next week.
Ooh, big one.
That will be very telling to see how good this Ukaipa team is. They go up against Rev, because think about it. Citrus Valley was undefeated. They go up against Rev, and it kind of put things back into perspective a little bit. Citrus Valley's got a good team, and they're going to be just fine for the playoffs. But in terms of the Citrus Belt League, it's still going through Rev, even though Cajon's really good.
Yeah, he has a great team. And Brewitt does a great job adjusting anybody. So.
Yeah, that Cajon, Redlands East Valley matchup down the road, they just look like they're going to be on a collision course to decide that Citrus Belt League title. So we're excited about that game. One of the games that we had on Sports Weekly Live, which you can see every Friday night on IEMG, 11 o'clock to midnight. We got highlights from, a dozen to 15 games, all the scores, a little bit of analysis, some interviews here and there. We have a lot of fun. So it's every Friday night on the IE Media Group YouTube channel. One of those games we had last night, Aquinas on the road at Rancho Christian. And our guy, Cullen Holt here, was down at the game, made the trip to Temecula, where Brandon Rankins played, but not very much. What happened, Cullen?
Okay, so Rankins played the whole first quarter. He had, I think it was around 80 yards. Then he gets pulled. I guess he's been having trouble with his hamstring this season, so they decided to just sit him for the rest of the game. Not sure what his status is going to be next week. But no problem for San Bernardino Aquinas going forward against Rancho Christian. Big win for them. But Brandon Rankins 370 yards away from the San Bernardino all-time record.
So Cullen's a smart guy. He goes to Cal Baptist. So I had him do the math when he got in here. I'm like, okay, here's the deal. The record is 6,893. Rankins had he's at 6,523 now,
right?
Because he had 86 against Rancho Christian last night on 3 carries. So do the math in your head.
That's a pretty good average.
He didn't even play a full quarter.
Pretty good. So let's more math. Cullen, I'm going to put you on the spot. Go ahead and get that calculator.
Come on, mathlete.
So at 86 yards per quarter for 4 quarters, what would Rankins had last night? Because he would have been actually pretty close to the record.
344.
So still a little shy. So,
right.
But
he would have been right there, though.
Who do they play next?
They play Notre Dame after the bye in Week 6. It's another edition of the Holy War. But at this point, he's 370 off the record. He'd have to have a monster, off-the-charts game of his life against their biggest rival to break the record against Notre Dame. But that would be kind of special.
We are talking about Brandon Rankins, so...
That's true.
I'm not going to put that out of the question at this point.
That could happen.
We've seen other guys get 400, for gosh sakes, in the last couple of years.
Can you imagine? The Holy War, and they know the record's on the line. They just feed Rankins like 40 times and just let him go nuts.
Hey, real quick, Santiago, 9 unanswered points to finish the game against Etowanda. They're playing really well, and they're playing really well late in games, too.
They are. That's a great point.
Cullen really likes the Santiago Sharks.
Well, it was Bobby who initially voted
them in.
It was Bobby. It was Bobby Ulrich.
Is due.
Yeah, you know what? If we could just hit that rewind button, Cullen brings up a great point. Intern Bobby, who's now playing football at Pacific College, he said he had Santiago in the rankings, and we're like, dude, come on, they've had a couple down years.
Look who they've beat.
Well, yeah, look at it. Bobby's a genius.
Yep. Good job, Bobby.
Who knew, right? So, anyways, that's our rankings. That's some of the games as we look ahead to Week 5. A lot of teams have byes this upcoming week because they'll take a bye Friday night off before they get back into league play. Reminder, our next live radio broadcast on the Inland Sports Channel this coming Thursday. We've got Temecula Valley taking on Riverside Poly. A real bear battle. Golden Bears against the Bears, right? Think about it. Yeah. Right inside the Bears den, right? So.
And we have, is Cullen going to be on the call?
He might be. Did you know that?
No.
Okay, you might be on. You might be on the call, Cullen.
All right. I'm gonna start prepping tomorrow.
There you go. Temecula Valley, Riverside Poly next Thursday night live on the Inland Sports Channel. I hope you'll join us, or at least join Cullen. He'll have the call. And another quick reminder tonight on IEMG, it's live college football. San Bernardino Valley College taking on LA Southwest, 6 o'clock kickoff right there at IEMG, the IE Media Group YouTube channel. We got to thank our sponsors, of course. Spoiled Quick Quality Oil Change. You will be spoiled by their excellent customer service. They've got the great prices, the mint, the flour. They do it all right there off Alessandro Boulevard. Ken Sporting Goods, more than 40 years. That's 4 decades and counting. in the Inland Empire, and they dominate this place. Everybody loves them. They all go to Ken's. If you're a local sports team, you should go there too. They will hook it all the way up, give you the very best. Letterman's jackets, sports gears, kensportinggoods.com. Boost Performance Training. Ray Bass and his team training athletes of all level. They've got a track team now.
What?
They should tell the UCR girls, get over there to see Ray Bass.
You're darn right.
They'll go running all around Corona.
Just run a Corona from UCR.
They might, right? Boost Performance Training, we love you guys. Experience, they have passion. They're committed to their athletes there. BoostTrainingSystems.com. Shout out to the Arlington Lions football team. They were great. UC Riverside women's cross country. A lot of fun with them in studio as well. And again, we're live on IMG tonight. Valley College taking on LA Southwest. Jeff, where's your family?
They're out in the car.
They're already in the car?
We got to go. We got places to be.
We got to go. This has been the Inland Sports Show on Fox Sports IE, 1350 AM.
That's going to do it for all of us here at Channel 4 News. You stay classy, San Diego. I'm Ron Burgundy.
Damn it! Who typed a question mark on the teleprompter?
Spiritual.